When I did my video on the most haunted places in Wisconsin, I got a lot of feedback that I missed Summerwind, so I thought I'd give it its own video. Summerwind is an estate on the edge of West Bay Lake. The house is also known as the Lamont Mansion, named for Robert P. Lamont, who lived there for a time. It was said that there were bullet holes in a door in the basement, put there by Mr. Lamont when he was firing at a ghost. That was the first supernatural story in Summerwind's history, but it was far from the last. In the 1970s, the Hinshaw family, Arnold, his wife Ginger, and their children moved in. The family was beset upon by supernatural happenings. Strange shadows and noises were seen and heard in empty rooms. Windows and doors would open and close on their own. Most frightening was the apparition of a woman who would float through the house. Despite the disturbances, the Hinshaws endured. They even set about doing some renovations. One day Arnold discovered a secret space in a wall. Upon examining the void more closely, he was taken aback by a horrible smell. But he was too big to fit into the space for a closer look, so he employed his daughter to investigate further. The girl worked her way into the darkness and screamed as she came face to face with a human corpse. Things got worse from there. The Hinshaw family had an organ that Arnold liked to play, but soon he began playing late into the night. His playing became more and more frenzied and manic. His wife would beg him to stop, but Arnold told her that the demons in his head were forcing him to play. Not surprisingly, Arnold went insane. His wife Ginger attempted suicide, but she survived. Eventually, Arnold was institutionalized, and Ginger and the kids moved away from Summerwind. She remarried and seemed to recover far away from the haunted house. That might have been the end of it, until Ginger's father, Raymond Bobber, announced that they were buying Summerwind. Ginger protested her father's decision, but Raymond insisted that he knew who was haunting Summerwind. According to Bobber, the ghost was a man named Jonathan Carver, a British explorer who once lived in the area. The legend was that Carver was searching for a deed from the Sioux Indians that would supposedly give the owner the rights to large swaths of land in Wisconsin. What a ghost would want with a land deed, I have no idea. But Carver continued to search for it after his death. Despite an exhaustive search, Raymond never found the deed. Eventually, the Bobbers abandoned Summerwind. The house fell into ruin. In the 1980s, it was purchased by investors, but before anything could be done with the place, Summerwind was struck by lightning during a vicious storm. The house burned to the ground. So we may never know for sure what went on in what many call the most haunted house in Wisconsin. Subscribe for more from A Grave in Baltimore. And don't forget to tell us about your favorite scary story or haunted place.